Hi, I'm Whitney Owens. I am one of the counselors over at Water's Edge Counseling. Was thinking about the holidays coming up and know that that can be a difficulty for some of us, and wanted to give you some tips on how to spend time with your family in a way that feels comfortable and less stressful for you. As Thanksgiving arrives, people have all different types of plans, and most of us are probably going to be spending time with family. And yes, family can be a very enjoyable group to be with, but for some, it can be very upsetting or triggering or overwhelming emotionally, just lots of people around. So let's talk about 3 different ways that you can have a more successful Thanksgiving and a less stressful experience, and you can enjoy your family even more. The first thing I want you to think about is preparing in advance. So when I talk about preparing in advance, yes, that could be just a physical preparing in advance, such as prepping whatever food you can before people come, or maybe you delegate out food preparations and you order your food as catering. And by the way, that is totally fine if you don't cook, because catering food from a restaurant is also good, right? Or maybe you have people bring things, or maybe you prepare your house if you're the one hosting, you clean in advance, get some things done so that it's not so overwhelming when people come. Whatever you can do in advance, then you can spend more time enjoying your family, more time relaxing on the actual Thanksgiving day. The second thing, actually, along with the first thing, real quick, the preparation, I talked about the physical preparing, but the emotional preparing for Thanksgiving. So just be preparing yourself emotionally. And if that means you're taking a nap the day before to get some extra rest, or just preparing yourself for the conversations that you might have with your family members. Like I remember oftentimes in college, it was, what are you going to do next with your life? What's your job going to be? Where are you going to move to? So you might get these questions. And so preparing yourself for how are you going to respond to those? And it's okay to not have the right answer. It's okay to say, you know what, I'm still figuring that out. Right? So, but be preparing yourself for your interactions with your family members and what might come up with that. So, preparing yourself emotionally and then physically preparing for Thanksgiving. The second thing I want you to consider is stepping away when you need to step away. That sometimes you might be in a conversation that makes you uncomfortable, to excuse yourself in a polite way so that you can take the time to take care of yourself. Unfortunately, sometimes we stay in conversations that we're not happy with, or maybe we feel like they're saying something inappropriate. And this is probably going to happen for Thanksgiving this year because there's so much going on in our country right now. And so if you are at a point where you feel like you can't say something nice, then just step away. I mean, as children, we tell our children that all the time, but as adults, we feel like we're being rude or we don't know how to take a break. So it's okay to take a break. You don't have to be involved in every single conversation. And if there are people in the room that don't make you comfortable, then take care of yourself. Don't force yourself to be in a situation where you're not happy. And then the third one here kind of goes along with that, but do Thanksgiving for you. Don't spend your time doing everything for everyone else. And this is a big issue here in the South, especially because we think we have to fix things for people or clean up after people, or, Uncle Joe is expecting me to pick up his plate and grandfather this is expecting this, or, my mother needs me to act this way. You don't have to be that person anymore. That if you feel like, you know what, I don't want to clean up the dishes, I want to sit and watch football for a little bit, the dishes can get done later. Or maybe you do it for you in the way that you don't do the fine china this year and you put the paper plates on the table and people eat those so that you don't have to wash dishes and you can enjoy your Thanksgiving more. Stop doing things for everyone else and do it for yourself. When you're doing things for everybody else, you make yourself more anxious in the long run. So come up with a plan to make things as simple as possible so you can enjoy your conversations with your family. More than ever, it's important that we enjoy our time with family with everything going on in our world. So spend this Thanksgiving reconnecting, doing things for you, and if that means watching football and taking a nap, it's okay. So I hope everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving. Stay safe, make good choices. And if you need any extra support, if you find this to be a difficult time for you, please reach out to us. We can give you plenty of tips on how to be with your family in a way that's comfortable for you and how to have healthy relationships in your lives. Water's Edge Counseling. Thank you.